Well, hello, the train rolls on. ISE 2026, the content is coming, it start and it don't stop until we run out of gas. You know what I'm saying? So it is...
and well beyond after we've run out of gas. It will continue to come.
ISE is one of those shows, right? It doesn't matter how much gas you got, it goes till Friday. So you got to keep your foot on the gas. Okay,
yep.
So Brad, thank you for being with us today.
Happy to be here.
Who are you? What do you do?
So I'm Brad Hintze, EVP Customer Success and Marketing at Crestron.
All right, and that doesn't sound like that big a job to me. It sounds like a pretty simple, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's super fun because I get to meet with partners like you and customers and really making sure that you have great projects and have everything you need.
Appreciate it. Well, I know it's a busy show. Busier show for you than us, and that's probably saying something, so I appreciate the time.
Yeah, happy to be here.
Crestron, as always, is going to be one of the must-see booths. It's going to be in the middle. It's going to be a place that people walk through.
Right.
What are you excited about in the booth? What have you seen a lot of traction on, especially for education and that sort of thing, that you would love to share?
So, one thing that we've been talking about the last 2 weeks, we did a major product launch, and we're talking about this thing that we call engineering a culture of collaboration.
Yeah.
And it really talks about what I'm excited about is we as technology people, we play a really important role in enabling to build a culture where people are collaborating and spend time.
Yeah.
Within this channel, that means creating a really engaging classroom experience, enabling all of the people within an institution to be successful, and I think it's really exciting. Now, that is a fun topic, but then we also get to talk about the products that enable that.
Yeah.
And so we have a brand new, we call it the Collab Compute, which is a compute engine that you can put in any space to bring in Zoom or Teams, right? But it's engineered for building out the AV infrastructure and enabling that kind of collaboration. We have some enhancements to our intelligent video, and then of course with our distributed audio as well, mic and speaker pods, and new audio processor to bring more of the audio via AV over IP kind of an experience.
Cool. Well, let's dive into this. So first,
okay.
the compute. I literally, my integration manager sent me an email after the thing came out. He was like, dude, this is something, like, we should look at this thing. I was like, all right, the system is working. That's good. So what I love about that is it's purpose-built for AV. It's a compute. Everybody sells one, but it's purpose-built for what we need it to be. Right? That's kind of where you guys are trying to say, we're here to solve that problem.
Yeah, that's right. Well, and it's like, it's not a computer that's off the shelf, right? And so we have engineered it for this channel. We paid attention to things like the mounting bracket, right? And how do you secure the cables in a really neat way? We've also added, I think is really interesting, the DM Essentials port on the back, which is basically HDBaseT as a content ingest. So again, you have the flexibility for how you want to deploy that. So we've just taken a lot of the Crestron experience and knowledge and poured that into this product that we know you guys need. Yeah,
and it integrates with your other things. So add Air Media, add this, add that, and you can build it out how you want. I love it. And then you mentioned your intelligent video, right? So obviously at a show like this, there's lots of ways people are trying to do intelligent video. How does it track? How does it move? How does whatever? So yours, your Automate VX line, right? What does that look like? What are you excited about? And I don't know, I know there's a variation of products you have now in that it's not just the stuff that starts with this would be great for a conference room, but stuff that would really work in a classroom also.
Yeah, we have a whole line of new intelligent video products, and actually One Beyond started really by focusing in the education channel. But within that range, on the one end, you have that boardroom multi-camera experience. Actually, one of the things that we introduced here is a much faster deployment, and we're taking and leveraging visual AI to simplify the configuration step. Use some ArUco codes, the cameras will figure out where they're at, and it configures all of the positions and distance and all of that to get a really smooth experience. But then if you don't want a multi-camera system like that, then each of the cameras will also work independently or in a small group, which is really good for speaker tracking, presenter tracking, and speaker framing. Things that kind of applications that you'll commonly see, within an education institution.
And cool to have it in, for Crestron houses, have that part of your Crestron ecosystem,
sure.
right?
Yep.
It's not integrating a different manufacturer camera-wise. You can stay in-house.
Exactly. And again, that's all to make your job easier, right? When you have fewer manufacturers you have to deal with, right? It makes it easier, simpler, all those things.
Yeah, and the programming hooks will probably work.
Yes, if the programming hooks will work.
There you go. And then I love you. So your guys' the microphones that you do, the pods, the wireless ones and stuff for classrooms where people go, I'd love to have a really expensive ceiling array microphone, but I can't afford that. I can't whatever, or I have too many configurations. You guys have a solution for that.
We do. So we're really excited around the pods. We did a Flex Pods kind of a solution last 2 years ago. This one brings it to AV over IP, and again, it's really designed to solve some of those needs where you have to reconfigure a room, move stuff around, so that flexibility is super useful. But it's also putting a mic and speaker on the table, which is really important for those that are sitting in a room. They need to mute something and need to make an adjustment, right? So we really designed it to be flexible and scalable. Has a distributed DSP into each of the products, so it's got a high-powered DSP, but none of the configuration. Right. We've taken a lot of that off of your shoulders. So that is, we're really excited about that architecture as well.
I agree. It was cool. I got the chance to do Crestron Masters in Madrid this last year, which was great. So before we go, I have to. One of the big things you were talking about there is sort of your revamped idea of what support and the community of Crestron users and how you guys want to curate and shape that. So before we go, could you share a little bit about how that's going?
For us, we know that the integrator channel and the end user channel, that community is so crucial, both to our success, but to the success of the rest of the community. And so, we started, many years ago referring to tech support as True Blue support. But there are so many different touch points that you and so many others have with Crestron. And so we've just started to talk about that all as being True Blue. And so there's the True Blue effort that we do, the investments we make to provide that level of service, but also bring the community together, right? Things like Masters, we do it at shows like this and Infocom as well, where we bring the community together, both so we can spend more time with you, hear the feedback, but also so you can meet other of your peers, whether it's in this industry, peers in the enterprise industry, right? All of that. I like to say that education was far ahead of enterprise and others in terms of figuring out how do you scale major technology estates? How do you do all of that? And so there are many other industries that could learn from you. And so building that networking, building that community, we think is valuable both for you and for all of us, right?
I love it. Yeah, that idea that if you've got a question or a problem, the answer doesn't necessarily have to come from someone who gets a Crestron paycheck, because those of us that use it and understand it, we all can help each other in a way.
That's right, exactly.
So I appreciate that. Well, Brad, thank you for continuing to make products that make us look good on our campuses, you know what I'm saying, but also thinking about all the different ways that people are trying to use technology to enhance teaching and learning. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely. Masters is in November this year. San Antonio.
I saw
you gotta come. We'll have a lot of some new products too, and then we'll be able to continue this discussion as well.
I would love it, and I would sell for anybody out there, right? If you haven't gotten your certification level to get invited to Masters yet, do it. Crestron Masters is not only fun, but it's educational, it's learning, and it is like the most comfortable. I mean, I did it in Europe where I maybe knew 2 or 3 people before I went, and I knew 100 people after I left.
Exactly.
It's just friendly.
And the U.S. is bigger, right? We'll probably have 12 to 1,500 people. Right.
So sounds like a good time. All right. Well, Brad, I know it's a busy show for you, so thank you for taking the time to talk with us.
Thank you so much, Ryan.
All right.